Good evening. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Journey Divine, coming to you with a prophetic message, a lucid dream, a prophecy, a future occurrence yet to come. There is a woman out there, a feminine, a divine feminine. You are a mother, a mom. You have a daughter. You may have other children, but he's the only child that I saw in this dream. You live with the child's father. I don't know if you're married or simply in a long-term relationship, but it's a family. I do see an older gentleman that appears in the back of the apartment in a room. Grandfather, either your father or his father. The relationship has gone through some severe trauma, some severe abuse, mentally, emotionally. I'm not seeing anything physical, but it has challenges. Your male partner is suffering from a mental illness, whether diagnosed or not. It was obvious that there was a mental breakdown occurring at the moment. A drug addiction, an alcohol addiction. This male was obviously inebriated on some type of substance. The daughter was leaving the house to go outside. I'm not exactly sure where. It could be school, could be to play with friends, but leaving the apartment. I could see fear on her face. It was an environment that she did not want to be in. An argument quickly broke out when this masculine realized he had the divine feminine alone and helpless. Much larger than her in size, he was obviously used to bullying and taking advantage of her obvious weaknesses. I could see the love that this feminine had for this masculine, the empathy, the sorrow, the grief, the loss, that her masculine was no longer the man she once met, she fell in love with, she fathered a child with. In this masculine's hand was a towel, but inside the towel was a knife, quite large. It was obvious that he had broke for the final time. Arguing with her, she realized that there was something under the towel, because as he lunged towards her, she could feel the object, but the towel safeguarded her from it piercing her skin. Quickly, she backed up. She tried to bring peace and calmness to the situation, understanding that he was obviously very, very far gone, very inebriated, in total absence of any humanity. It was almost like he was a zombie, paralyzed, lost from reality. I could see her beginning to cry in fear, wondering if this would be the last time that she would draw breath and see life on this earth, and that her daughter was somewhere out on the street. Would she come home and find her mom's body? Would she come home and be a second victim of her dad? Panic running through her veins. I could feel her trembling and almost could hear her heartbeat racing. She couldn't get to her phone. She was paralyzed to move, afraid that any sudden movement would cause him to withdraw the knife from the towel and stab her to death. I could hear her calling gently to the grandfather in the other room, trying to make her way back for some help. Maybe talking him down, talking the knife away from him. Maybe if there was a witness, he would be afraid to go through with what he was about to do. He began to speak in demonic tones, a voice that I could not understand. His face began to change. He began to sweat profusely. He was taken over by a demonic presence. Blacking out for a second, or seeming to black out for a second, this feminine made her way to the back, to the grandfather's room. But unfortunately, instead of seeing the panic on her face, he welcomed her, asked her how she was doing, as if he had no grasp of reality as to what was going on. I realized at this time that this old man either had Alzheimer's, dementia, some kind of mental illness that made him unaware of what was going on. She was helpless. She was hopeless. Trying to get to a phone, her cell phone, trying to get to a window to yell for help, trying to breathe. Took every bit of strength she had. I did not see the end results or the outcome of what happened in this apartment. I was pulled into another dream state immediately, as I do when I astral travel, getting many downloads, visiting many places, seeing many things. I remember feeling her fear, her defeat, her loss, her sadness, that she stayed in a relationship that she knew she should have left so long ago. But she loved this man. She wanted to help. She didn't know where to go, what to do. As this was her home, she didn't have the money to just pick up and pack up and move. I could tell because as I looked around the apartment, it was scarce. There were a lot of things missing, very little furniture, very little lighting. Although I could see the sun coming in through the window, I knew it was early morning, early afternoon. The sun was bright. But I could hear nothing else but the beating of her heart and the words from his mouth. It was deafening. There is someone out there, a divine femme, who is in a relationship with the divine masculine, who is an alcoholic, addicted to drugs, mentally challenged, whether or not diagnosed. You know that he is. You have a child to think of. I don't know if this is your father and you are responsible for his care, but you got to find a way to get out before it's too late. Before your child becomes an orphan. Before you lose the life you've been given. I could feel your soul so beautiful, so pure. In life that you would never chose had you known. Codependency. Trauma bonding. I don't know how you two came together because you were so different. I could tell. But find your way to safer ground, to a safer place. Reach out for help. Call a hotline, a family, a friend. Don't let the embarrassment and the shame and the judgment of others be more powerful than your desire to live, than your daughter's life. Take your child. Find somewhere to go. I don't care if it's a shelter. If you can't reach out to anyone and you're seeing this video and this is you, send me an email and I will help you the best that I can. No matter what state you live in, no matter what situation you're in. Life is too precious to just give it away to the devil. Your father, or whoever this elderly man is, God will take care of him and find a way for him to be okay. A nursing home, a facility, some sort of city program for the elderly. Help will be there when you need it, when you reach for it, when you accept it. But don't go and turn a blind eye and think this is not coming, not possible, just a dream. Are you willing to take that chance? You're already sleeping with one eye open. You're already walking a thin line, tiptoeing around this man. This is not love. If it was, it is no more, beloved. Love yourself more and love your child the most to find a safe place away from this demonic spirit that's overtaken your husband. There's nothing you can do. You are not equipped. Leave the apartment. Make a phone call to get him help. Let them know he's there and he's a danger to himself and others. And let the police take care of it. But you get out and you get away. And you move in silence. Tell no one where you're going. No one that can possibly tell this spouse where you're taking this child. Trust no one. Trust your gut. Trust God. God is sending you a rope. Save yourself. I wish you well. I wish you rescue. I wish you God's grace and mercy that this video finds you before it's too late. You can find my email in the box below. You can reach out to me day or night. You're not alone anymore. God is putting people in your space because He knows what's coming. He's giving you a chance to choose you. Don't waste this opportunity, my love. Be well. Be blessed. Be free. Ashe.